Dr. Kyle here with Movement Mentor. Today we're going to go over how you can start fixing your BPPV or your benign paroxysmal positional vertigo. You don't need to say that out loud, but I'm going to show you how you can do it at home. When you have BPPV, which again is that benign paroxysmal positional vertigo, it is a mouthful. The idea though is there is semicircular canals in your brain, not in your brain at all. Not in your brain, I don't know why I said that. They are in your ear.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
So them being in your ear, they actually help gauge the positioning and the motion of your head. So if you get seasick, things like that, that is the fluid in your ear that tells you which way is up, which way is down, okay? So that's why during this BPPV, you'll have vertigo. It'll feel like the room is spinning on you, but you can also feel nauseous as well. Some vomiting can be involved. Now what happens in the semicircular canals is you have these hair-like follicles, and then you have these crystals at the top of them. And the crystals kind of gauge and recept all the signaling. They're called otoliths. That crystal, the otolith, falls off, it comes off, okay, it gets loose, and then it starts floating around in the canal, and it finds its way one way or another somewhere. Our goal during this is to put it back to where it was, okay? So I'm gonna show you on Brian here how I would do this on a patient, but it's how you would do it at home as well, okay? And then I'll go through it a little bit faster with just me. Now what's gonna happen for him, so yeah, let's bring the feet around. Now the first part that you want to do is you actually want to test this, and what I mean test it is before you actually do, it's called Epley's maneuver, which is actually fixing the issue and getting that crystal back to where it belongs. You want to know what side it's on first. It's very important because if you don't and you do the wrong side, you could only make matters worse at this point. All right, so how we figure out what side it's on is we'll first test by lying down on one side, on the right side, then we'll test by lying down on the left side. Whichever side gives you more vertigo, more dizziness, the room spinning, that is the side that has the issue, okay? So for instance, if I'm gonna test his right side first, I'm gonna lie him down and I'm gonna turn his head to the right. So you would lie down, turn your head to the right, and you would just sit there for 30 seconds to a minute. Now at this time, if it was on his right side, you're gonna have increased vertigo, you're gonna have nystagmus, so the eyes will twitch back and forth. Now, you're not gonna be able to see your own eyes, of course, but if you have vertigo and it seems bad on that side, that's the side it's on, okay? You're gonna wait 30 seconds to a minute to make sure that those signs and symptoms have cleared until you feel fine. Then we're gonna sit up. From here, since we sat up, we're gonna wait 30 seconds to a minute. Now we do this waiting time because when you move, you have fluid in your ears and you don't want it to shift back and forth, you want it to settle. So even when you sit up, like he looked down for a little bit, don't do that. Do you hear me? All right, so sit there, wait 30 seconds to a minute, let the fluid settle. Now we're gonna test his left side. We're gonna lower you down, turn the head to the left. And we're gonna sit there. How you feeling?
I'm getting better.
He's okay, guys. All right, so in this position, now if it was on your right side, you won't have any signs or symptoms, any vertigo on your left side. Now let's say that you do have issues on both sides. You're going to choose the side that is worse, okay? So if we just went to his right and he had vertigo, and we went to his left and he also had vertigo, I'm gonna ask you, Brian, which side was the worst?
The right.
Are you making that up? Because you don't have it.
I don't
He's
have
making
it.
shit up. You see, he's lying to you guys. But yeah, let's say his right was the worst one, okay? That's the side that we assume it to be on. So we'll go ahead, we'll sit up. Now when we sit up, we'll keep the head straight. Now we're gonna assume that the issue is on his right side, okay? So again, before you go back down, you're gonna rest 30 seconds to a minute, let that fluid settle, let the signs and symptoms clear. Because it was on his right side, and if it is on your right side, I'm gonna lower you down Turn the head to the right. We start on the same side of the issue. We'll wait 30 seconds to a minute, let things clear. Now from this point, we're going to take the head, you'll take your head and move it to the complete other side, to the left, okay? And you're gonna wait here for 30 seconds to a minute. I can't stress the 30 seconds to a minute enough. I'm gonna keep repeating it because it is very important to let everything settle, okay? Because the idea, again, there's semicircular canals and you're floating this crystal back around to its home. So now he sat here 30 seconds to a minute. Now what I'm gonna have him do is you're gonna go onto your side, your left side. So whichever side your head is pointing now, so you'll turn onto your left side, keep the head tilted, and then from here you'll tilt the head even more. Not necessarily to its face down, but it's going to be at a 45-degree angle facing down. He'll sit here for 30 seconds to a minute, wait until everything clears, and then when you're ready to sit up, from here you'll sit up. First though, keep the head in the same position. You're gonna bring the knees up on the bed, keep that head still, keep it up, keep it in that position, that 45 degree. Don't tilt it, don't move it because you're not done yet, because you wanna sit, let the fluid settle for 30 seconds to a minute as well. And now the little guy should be home and you should be feeling pretty good. Now if you're not feeling pretty good, that's okay, because sometimes it takes several tries of this. It can take one, and it can take several tries in the same session, meaning you may have to do this 2-3 times to start feeling a little bit better. But then you definitely may have to do this a few days in a row, even a straight week, because your natural head movement of just living your life moving, especially when you sleep at night. Sleeping at night is always the toughest because you're always moving. I recommend, highly recommend that when you sleep at night, whatever side it is on, you sleep on the other side and you sleep slightly upright. So we pretended that it was on his right side. We ended it on his left, sitting up to the left. So you would sleep with pillows slightly upright, leaning your head to the left. That sound good? Cool. Thanks, bro. Now I want you to give that a try at home. I'm just gonna go through the other side as if it's just me by myself. So we pretended his was on his right side. I'm gonna pretend that mine's on my left. Again, to test it, you would just slide down, lean to one side or lean to the other side, but we know, let's pretend mine's on my left. So I'm gonna lie down, just turn my head to the left, wait 30 seconds to a minute, then I'll turn my head to the right. Wait 30 seconds to a minute, then I'll keep my head here, move my body, wiggle my body till I'm on my side. Wow, this takes more wiggling than I thought. We'll wait here 30 seconds to a minute. And you notice my head slightly right. When I was on my side, my head was here, but when when I was face up, my head was just here at 90 degrees. But now, as I'm on my side, I want my head to kind of fall down into that 45-degree angle. Wait here 30 seconds to a minute. I'm gonna keep my head in place. I'm gonna bring my legs around off the side of the bed, and then I'll keep my head in the position, push myself up, sit here, and just sit up, still facing that way. Wait 30 seconds to a minute until it settles. Now, I did say a bed. I recommend doing it on a bed just because it has some give to it, and you can let your head hang just slightly, just a little bit off the edge. You don't want to be in full extension because that's not going to help anything. Just enough though. The bed has enough give to where you can kind of get that 45-degree and a little bit of extension with it as well. So give that a go. This should fix your issue. Again, drop in the comments below. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. And of course, check out more information on MVMTmentor.com for more information, online training, online programming as well. Even a free ebook. It's absolutely amazing. Anyway, hope this helps. Peace.